I wanted to do a statement of my motivations, sort of like I guess, a declaration of declaring my motivations for making the A Ticklish Mind playlist. Just I just want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with my idea anyway. So the idea here is to simulate, like to create a simulation for something that other people, would be interested in seeing online. So, I'll just keep it at the online thing, just because that's the realistic thing at this point. And then I don't want to I don't want to set a hard boundary or anything, because it just seems like it would just kill the game. But sort of, putting a little bit of a hard boundary on it, that at this point, just setting sort of like a hard boundary on the interaction taking place. The simulation, creating the simulation online. So, you can imagine. So, you want to promote physics. I have my own ideas, or my own, way that the kind of things that I want to promote. Physics being among them. And so it would be interesting to create a simulated relationship, let's say, and and through the interaction, just kind of like plugging in the things that you wanted to plug in. I could sort of like do the things that I want to do, and it doesn't have to be. I'm sort of putting. I'm sort of talking to Physics Girl, but doesn't. This could just be sort of like I don't want to attach the idea of the project to any particular people. I mean, not even necessarily me or Physics Girl, but I'm putting it here just because this is a good a good place to see the context of what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then so and this is connected. So one of the things here. I'm just gonna I'll talk a little bit about about like what I see here. So obviously there's the sexual stuff, but also the so there's the ticklish thing, the tickling thing, and then answer wrong, you get tickled. And like the thing I thought something that was cool about this was just that, there might be a lot of people who can't even imagine what it would be like to have sort of like, let's say, a really nice or like a pleasant interaction with, whatever, a lot of, there's probably a lot of guys out there who maybe feel kind of down on women or they can't imagine like a really positive thing. And, a lot of women out there too that might be, think, really sort of not be able to see men in a positive light. And I thought, wow, cool. It just looked like such a positive interaction. So it seemed more than just hopeful. It's like, oh wow, cool. That's possible. That seems fun. But I don't want to make anybody feel like, I don't want you to feel like I'm gonna try and put. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable about sort of like the game. If you could think about it. I mean, you could think about it completely professionally if you wanted to. So this did connect with the other my other playlist. Where's this again? All right, so there was the do-it-yourself simulation playlist. So I really liked how Burger Krieg does the voices on this. It was really cool. I thought so. I appreciated the storytelling, and so the Cyber City, the Synthwave stuff, sort of Cyber City hologram voyage was kind of meant to go together to be a message, kind of like the journey, let's say, of creating a holographic city, let's say. It's just a fun idea, right? So the film analysis, clown the poltergeist thing. So Rob Agger kind of threw this at me. So it's kind of like taking all the elements of the sort of abstract fantasy world that I have been playing with, and then sort of patterning that on a horror movie. So that's always fun. What's the pattern here? Thinking abstraction. So that's what that was about. So, and this stuff with your invisible power in relation to the film analysis of the clown scene. That's to what extent, like, if we're gonna sort of see a pattern, and then we can, a story pattern or a story matrix, and we can sort of like paste different, I don't want to say attitudes, but like feelings or whatever onto that. Feelings isn't the right word either, I don't think. And is that to what extent is that a choice, kind of? So, and I think it's cool, like he's playing with a certain aspect of sort of, connecting sort of like the story to like, okay, we're going to turn this into a horror story. I wasn't shooting for like, I'm not going for that because it just seems, I guess, not my motivation. I'm not motivated to like do a horror thing, but so, and then the Donald Hoffman consciousness thing, which kind of it tries to tie it together, with a theory. So it's something fun to think about. I mean, one way to think about it is kind of like creating a model for what could be, or like what is appealing, what seems appealing. And I don't know how to, like, I don't have good techniques to make this a collaborative thing. And once again, I mean, I'm throwing this out there. It's, if anybody could work on this kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm probably going to keep my eye out for the next few months, but I'm not really. I think I'm going to just cool off with the making the playlists and trying to keep up with what everybody's doing, because I just have other shit that I got to get done. All right. Dreams of Dreams. That's such an awesome shirt. That was so appropriate. So, okay.